Alright. So last up, I was trying to decide what was the best method for dispersing the labor in my area. Population back at the main town is almost completely recovered from the last collapse. We have Belief in the State coming up. Escapes this month? That can't be right. Is that right? Actually, that might be right. It's hard to know. Actually, yeah, that's totally right, because at the moment I only have the one town hall, and both of these towns, I'm willing to bet, are considered to be one and the same. And a bunch of people ran out of this flat because they were trapped inside. So, we've got people waiting at there. What is he doing there? Building a conveyor, I guess? Yeah, this thing. Oh. Silly me. Not enough workers, not enough workers. I am going to reassign these two buses to the same plan. And I realize that running 3 buses is not more efficient than running 4 cars. That's just how it's going to pan out for the next little bit. And maybe we're... Oh, wait, no, this is another construction bus. You know what? Yeah, I still don't like construction buses. Go away, construction bus. Normally, construction buses are very important. They pick up people from a terminal, and they bring them to the construction site to do the work. But at the moment, the construction site is right next door. So, waiting to get onto a bus to be driven to something that's easily within walking distance is a little bit of a waste of time. Anybody who's going to go and wait at the terminal should be getting on a bus to go work, firstly, at the power plant, to make sure that there's always a full staff there. That's why I've got 3 buses now cycling through. And yeah. So here we are. I can probably unsuspend. Well, I want to wait until these roads are done. Why are these fellows so bad at... Why are they so bad at building roads? I am going to post a note to the developers saying that construction vehicles in charge of building roads should be able to drive across roads that are planned at a highly reduced speed. Which makes sense. I mean, sort of. That construction vehicles would be hefty enough to be able to drive over terrain that had not necessarily been groomed yet. Alright, there we go. Nice access. Some fire access. We've got a fire truck, right? Needs firefighters. They need a way to walk to work. There we go. Now they can walk to work. All of these buildings have access. Now they do. Good. I think they built that on their own. I'm proud of them. No, don't want to spend the cash on it. So, even though these are my little peons going to work to construct my buildings, it's all being imported as far as the materials go. They're all just magically showing up at these warehouses and then being trucked out. So, now that this seems to be more or less a success. They want a church. They want some culture. Not building any more churches. They built churches in the last one to try and buoy their production because they were upset. So I built them a church. There'll be no more churches. For now we have a television station that broadcasts propaganda, and state propaganda is as good as God. So, why did he... Oh, right, they're dropping off dudes. Dropping off dudes at the workplace, making sure there's people there to provide asphalt. Kind of like this little coal power plant. I think I also purchased a, modded an oil power plant. Diesel plant. That makes sense. Whoa, this thing's tiny and it's got 5 connections. How much power does it? 200. Alright, so it produces 200 megawatt hours, but it's got 5 hookups to it. That's great. And what's this other plant? The coal power plant. It's got 2 hookups at 500 megawatt hours, so it produces more than twice as much, but it's got half as many hookups. I think there's some modders out there that don't quite understand how the game is played. They're making mods. I mean, I don't really know how the game is played, but I'm not making any mods for it. I'm just teaching you to play vicariously. So, tickety boo. I think we can construction is stopped. Well, let's assign it to some stations. I don't think this... Oh. This might be why this one hasn't participated much. I wonder. Alright. Doesn't seem to do much. It'd be nice to be able to clear all, and then... Or can I? I cannot. What does this do? Needs a concrete mixer, eh? Here's some concrete mixers. And other buildings... Oh wait, right, wrong button. Right, this one, I'm going to clear all of these footpaths because there are other people out there. I want you guys to get started on that prefab unit. And you... Do you need these? You do not. Why do you have nothing already? Let's bump up the search radius on all of these to make sure that they are catching everything that comes up. I was hoping that this place would come alive. It doesn't really seem to be. They did send out a few of their dumpers. Let's do this one as well, then. things only cost 40 bucks each. 30 bucks. No, that was 300. 87. Alright, so now this is getting worked on. That's nice. We'll have our first big building built internally with imported pieces. Ooh, look at that. Nice. I don't know how this game is going to balance out. Being able to instantly build things with currency is so much more convenient than trying to wait for these guys to do anything. And now, admittedly, I'm not in a hurry to get this building done. I have a building right here that I believe is almost empty. Or at least combine these two buildings and I've got a whole empty building. So that's coming along nicely, and hopefully it'll become populated. It's only meant to be a small town. This is not meant to be the main new area. The main new area is going to be down here. I don't know how big or how far away it'll be from here. Oh no, am I powered? What transmission line is taking power out to the oil field, and why is the oil field experiencing brownouts? Is this split anywhere along here? Here, let's get the sun to come up. That's a splitting station, but it's not being split there. It used to be. I'll get split here. Oh, right, there's the ugly line that I meant to get rid of. But other than that, I think that might be the only one that's on this transmission line out. Unless it's split right at the base. Back here. Well, WTF. Oh, is it just because... Is it because this place is falling apart? I think it might be. What? I'm so confused. What's the population doing? Let's add some months to this. Yeah. Population looks fine. Why are we having a hard time bringing people in to work at the power plant? I think I have a few buses here. You guys have enough jobs? Well, here. There's no solution to the issue like boating in some migrants. It's an expensive solution. But if you don't have people, who's going to turn the oil into petroleum? I mean, honestly. It doesn't do it itself, after all. Delivery of the prefabricated parts. Oh, Congo line. Dropping off some steel. Prefabricated panels. It does not make a lot of sense that that crane is doing anything at this stage in the construction. Are any of the tower cranes here? I don't see any of the tower cranes. I saw they were busy building this earlier. Oh, no, they're just sitting here not doing shit. This thing's done now, anyways. Alright, well, that's good. The road connection to this building here is over on this side. That's not good. What about this one? It's already built, though. Looking to build buildings that aren't built yet. So, do I run a road up like here to reach in? Or up northerly? I have to say, not impressed with how little these guys get out. Might as well, continue construction on everything. I guess it's all coming together in its own good time. Well, let's take a gander over at some of the older infrastructure that I had set up. So we've got here is our iron mine, the first one that I set up. And then we've got 2 more iron mines here, along with a gravel pit. So I suppose the gravel pit is the first objective, getting gravel to here from here. Which I suppose really means getting a road out there. So this flatness, is this flatness the same flatness everywhere up to here? It is. And then here is definitely lower than there. We'll take this flatness up a little bit more. I'm going to take that power line out right now. Because we have the opportunity to replace it with this coal-fired plant that's local. So it's a little bit of an awkward bargain. Maybe I'll even just rebuild it. That may not hook up so nicely to the road network again. There we are. There we are. Power is restored, and that an ugly service line has been removed. I'm sure all the NIMBYs will be quite pleased that another eyesore has been removed. Let's flatten this out a bit. Then we're going to pick a halfway point. Is that right there? Is that above this? It is above this. It's not very much above that, though. I think I will just stick to this. Ah! Hello.
If you go to bed now, you get 4 hours of sleep. Come on.
I'm not going to bed.
What?
I'm not going to bed.
Why not?
I'm not going to bed.
Did Shane respond?
Yep.
What do you say?
Don't have to work.
So you're just not going to bed?
Yeah, I'm not going to bed anymore.
Bed.
Nope.
What?
So anyways, thanks for watching.